访谈. I'm Kylan Gao, and today we're honored to have Michelle Luo with us. Michelle is the PMS Challenge charity biker of 2022 this year, and also a fundraiser. She is also the president of Chinese American Association of Newton, and also a biopharmaceutical executive. So Michelle, can you tell us more about the PMC?
Thank you, Kylan. So the PMC stands for Pan Massachusetts Challenge. Is a charity bike ride, also known as a bike-a-thon. It's an annual thing, and it happens every August, the first weekend. It's founded in 1980, so has been in place for over 40 years. So what does it do is, with the main goal is gather very passionate bike riders, cyclists, volunteers, communities to do this cross Massachusetts bike riding over 100 miles, and use this as opportunity to raise money for advancing cancer research and care through Dana Farber Cancer Institute, which is a world-leading cancer institute.
I want to focus more on you as a writer. What made you choose to fundraise for cancer?
Well, cancer, this is something that I think is very close to any one of us. I did my PhD research focusing on cancer research. I still remember there is a line of wording engraved on the entrance wall in the Norris Cancer Institute at University of Southern California, where I did my PhD research. So it says, making cancer a disease of the past. So that has become really inspiration for me when I did my PhD research, working together with clinicians and basic research scientists, trying to advance our understanding of cancer development. The charity ride, on top of that, it calls for a physical challenge because I think through the challenge, this does demonstrate people willing to sacrifice, to share the passion for something bigger than ourselves. So in the charity ride, specifically for the PMS challenge, the cause is to fight cancer. So therefore, it costs a second challenge in addition to physical challenge is, can we do something that can help others? That means that we also have to have a commitment to raise money for the cancer research through community efforts. So this is not a small amount of money that, just myself, I donate for sure, but I need to inspire others to participate through my willingness to challenge myself, and also through my outreach to people near me, or even people I don't know, and reach out, share with them this great cause, so we can become a broader and bigger community to work together. So I really feel like the charity ride through PMC, that's the best combination of both the sports spirit and the spirit of making the world a better place.
Yeah, that's really well said. And besides your sort of experience of training for the race, or the challenge, which I could imagine to be just extremely physically demanding, how has your experience been fundraising for this project? Talking to people and outreaching to people, like you said.
Fundraising is something last year was my first PMC ride. I had a commitment to raise over $4,000 through my 100 miles riding the PMC in one day.
Wow.
I had to start several months since beginning of the year, like March, April, to start training myself, getting physically ready. At the same time, I started to set up communication, outreach to people in my network to share with them of my goals for raising money. I'm actually very inspired by the positive and the heartfelt responses that I have received from my network and community. A coworker came forward, shared with me that as a cancer survivor himself, who also lost a mother at young age, he felt fighting cancer and donate to cancer research. This is near to his heart. So he gave me such significant encouragement and also sponsorship for my ride.
Sure.
My neighbors saw me that every morning I got up and got out very early on my bike. They came forward and saying, well, you know, you're doing this challenge. We want to support you. Not much, but every bit helps. And when I, on the long weekends, doing long distance ride with my team, training together, the strangers just shouted out to say thank you. Because when they saw on our jersey, we have this slogan imprinted saying, we aspire to cure cancer. So they recognize that just that, you know, that's a dream, and they want to thank us and show appreciation. And when we were actually riding the PMC during the 100 miles, so many people came forward along the road, cheer for us. And you also see all of us, the riders, we pin pictures, some special memory items on our jerseys, on our bike, in memory of the special people that either died or impacted by cancer. So we came together to achieve, share the goal to fight and to make cancer a disease of the past.
And I know that little Chloe that is your paddle partner. Could you tell us a little bit about her?
Yeah, little Chloe is a 7-year-old little girl. She has cancer, and she is going through chemotherapy. So when we do the PEMAS challenge, the PEMAS challenge organization trying to pair a team with a child who has been impacted by cancer. So little Chloe been connected with us. So we had the opportunity to visit her house and left our best wishes, cards. We also use chalk to draw, encourage words, as well as some little cartoons on her driveway to wish her well. And she also was very encouraging to my team. On the day of our last year's PEMAS challenge, right on August 8th, when we were paddle very hard through the 100-mile journey, little Chloe at the time was receiving her chemo session at exactly time. So in her hospital bed, she recorded a little video send it to us through text and say, go Team Takeda. I cheer for you. Thank you so much. Just her smile and her sweet voice. It's a motivation.
Yeah, I'm sure, and that's a beautiful story. And I do want to circle back to your call for the community. And I since our audience is probably going to be a other Chinese American person, I'm wondering what has your experience been sort of raising funds in the Chinese American community?
Yeah, so I think our community is a community that I feel like really want to come together and do great things. And during COVID challenges, our community went through some difficult time. We came together, became really a critical mass that we fight the anti-Asian hate. We came together, we donated for fighting COVID. So I really feel like, our community is a community coming stronger and closer together. At the same time, I do feel like charity fundraising maybe still relatively new for our Asian, especially Chinese American community, because I think just growing up in the culture. This is probably not something that we experience a lot. I can definitely say this is a new experience for myself. And looking back, I even felt like, I didn't pay a close attention for other charity fundraising events, like, running or, some other athletic fundraising events. I really appreciate a lot of the support I have already received, and do also feel we have the responsibility to bring our community together and to do this type of participation and sponsorship more, because we are part of the community we live. So therefore, we should do contribution beyond the initiative, just focusing on our Asian American, immediate needs. We can do more to helping cancer, or helping Parkinson's disease, or diabetes. There's so many different charity things. I definitely feel like, as collectively speaking, we need to outreach more, and we need to contribute more. And I'm also taking, that responsibility on the individual basis. I think all of us can do better, and can make our Asian American community even stronger for contribution.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you mentioned, our individuals' responsibilities for sort of living in a better world here in the US. So, and I have, last but not least, a question that is about what are your hopes for the sort of the Chinese American community, or just the charity and the cancer research community in general?
I feel there's so much encouragement for not just kind of my generation, and also for the younger generation. During the PMS challenge, right? I saw some young people, teenagers, participated, and I remember there is a Chinese American girl was riding bike. I'm pretty sure her name is Grace. I know that through other just kind of like interactions through the Chinese community. I know there is a Grace and her dad. They are also riding the PMC to raise money for cancer research. So I see that hope. I really encourage more Chinese American riders to participate. And the young people can start even more because physically, I think young people that have already naturally have a very good physical strength. Meanwhile, that adopting this community service and to do it little by little, I do feel like this is a growth opportunity at both individual level as well as the community level. So we should encourage our young people to do more.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Is there anything that you want to add about your PNC journey?
When I started, I was kind of wanting to give a try, but I'm not sure I will be able to handle the 100-mile long distance because I was not built as a very strong, big person. And when in the very beginning, riding with a team, I quickly left behind when there were hills. My teammates and more experienced, just kind of ahead of me. I could not catch up. But I learned that I can turn my weakness to be a strength. So I incorporate climbing hills as a daily routine. I put into practice almost every day. And now that I have earned the nickname as a firecracker, when we go into a hill, a lot of times I can beat my very experienced teammates climbing the hill better. So therefore, I really feel this is a fun journey. I already talked about learning about fundraising and stuff. So that's also an opportunity to outreach to people. So just, don't be afraid. Once you start, you also have other people to guide you, lead you. So I, if anything, I could be inspiring to others and to the community. I encourage more people to participate.
Yeah, great. I mean, inspiring you certainly are. You're a great representation of Chinese and Asian Americans on the road. And I do hope that more people would join you and your fellow bikers after they watch this. So thank you. I think that concludes our chat. And thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. So August 6th and 7th, that's the PMC event this year. If you have opportunity to support, to donate to the PMS challenge, I know that Kathleen, you will share the link. So I encourage our friends, people to be part of it. You have a chance to make to achieve the goal together. So and hopefully, I think more people we will come together to participate next year.
Yeah, that's the wish. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you.
Please scan the QR code to donate for Michelle's charity bike ride.